things about me that they already wrote about me from the walls, from the corner stores, from the street corners. Let them tell my story. Come on. But it's not my story. See, it was so easy for them to tell my story the moment they saw me. Justify my sexuality, didn't also want to justify where I lay my head, didn't want to justify the relationship I'm in, didn't want to justify the type of person I grew to be, didn't want to justify how I ended up here. They want to tell my story, but God knew my story better than they did. God told them that I was victorious, that I was somebody, that all the things that I've been through was for divine purpose and it was all in order because His plan was greater than their plan. Labels stashed to my forehead, labels stashed to my belly, want to tell me how I am convicted for all the crimes that I didn't commit. Holding my hands up, saying that I surrender, but not to you, but to God. While I'm going through those messages, getting to those blessings, understand that I know it's all a lesson, but I got to get through that lesson in order for me to hold my blessing. See, it hurts sometimes, but sometimes I know that it's worth to understand that hurt only makes me stronger because God only gives His strongest battle to His toughest soldiers. So while I'm sitting here worrying, I realize God has a plan and I understand, but I know I got to get to that lesson in order to get to my blessing. While I'm standing here with my hands up, they think I surrender to them, but I surrender to God. While they're trying to justify the words they say behind my back has so many holes because they done stabbed me repeatedly and tell me their family, tell me their friends, tell me they love me, tell me they care, tell me they want to be there, tell me they'll never leave me, tell me they'll always judge me. When I stand with my hands to the sky, they think I surrender to them, but I surrender to God. While they're asking me questions, want to understand the reason why I look like that, they walk where I walk, talk where I talk, wear my hair where I wear my hair, what type of shoes I wear, want to go to the places I go, want to be the type of people I want to be, and then they want to tell me how they love me, my back, that hurts, I tell them, I keep running, and then I end up here. And I find myself in a place where I have my hands to the sky and I tell them I surrender, but not to you, but to God, while they want to justify all the things they say. My family, they hurt, but they don't understand that a woman's worth is more than anything. You can't have a child without a woman's womb. You can't have openness without a flower. You can't have beauty without understanding the color lines of purple, which is royalty. You can't understand destiny unless you know success. You can't know success unless you know victory. So while they think I'm holding my hands up saying I surrender to them, the triggers on them because you all surrender to God. So why they stab you over and over from family, friends, you love me, you'll be there, you'll never leave me, you'll always have my back, you'll always be my homegirl, you'll always be my number one man, you'll always be my number one fan. Those always are more promising than the word of God. While you're standing with your hands to the sky, they think you surrender to them. The joke's on them. You all surrender to God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Everything I just did before you is all the top of my head. It is your energy that I've given to you. There is nothing written. There is nothing that's been rehearsed. That is all for you. That is the divine purpose. When divine order is in place, well, all of the things that you may be going through at this very moment, trust me, there's going to be to grace. You got to go over this lesson. You got to get through this lesson so you can really tap into your blessing. You got to understand, reach every cause. There may be laws there telling you can't have, you won't have, you may have possibilities that constantly come up. Promises is always broken. Lessons is always taken away. At the same time, while those lessons are being taken away, blessings are constantly stacking on top of this stuff, stacking on top of each other, stacking on top of each other. And once you finally open up those cases and those blessings flow out to every last one of you. See, I don't know your story. We don't know your pain. We don't know when you cry at night. We don't know the stories that you write, whether you write in the Bible, whether you write in a dictionary, whether you write it on the wall, or sometimes just not saying nothing at all. We don't know your story, but we're here not to speak about you. We're here to live through you. We're here to live through your tears. We're here to know your truth. We're here not because it seems like a charitable foundation. We're here because you're really the ones that are giving us life. Because it takes a lot to be strong. It takes a lot to hold on. It takes a lot to know your blessing. It takes a lot to want to get through that lesson, being willing to give up everything so you can finally be free. Isn't it amazing when you give up everything in order to be free? State of mind is the most greatest thing of all. When you find yourself mentally, everything else falls in line. Because you can have someone sexually, and they can make the best love ever. You never ever had that love before. But it's nothing like when you're holding the essence of God in your heart and everything seems to fall away. Pain doesn't seem as tough anymore, and relationships don't seem as important anymore. And by God, I'm sure a woman can speak. A man doesn't seem that important anymore. And even for those who know my life, you know, woman doesn't seem important. And even sometimes your children, they done drag you down sometimes or tired you out so much, they don't even seem important anymore. Not the fact that that gives you fault, That gives you fight, that you love yourself enough to be free. I ask every woman here, will you allow yourself to be free? There is nothing greater or in essence more than being free. The pain is no longer important. The hurt is no longer important. But at the end of the day, God gives his strongest power to the weakest of them all. See, mentally, people think the ones that survive are the weakest. It's the one that gave up on the ones that truly had divine strength. And that is every last one person in this room. So I want to personally say, I thank you. I thank you for continuing to live. I thank you for never giving up. I thank you for, even if you decided to give up, but you remain here. I want to say thank you. So this one quick piece will be really quick and it'll be simple. It'll be like this. Give me a word. You. Hope. Give me a word. Faith. So, real quick. See, while I'm hoping and I'm living in my faith, I understand that how people want to judge me by my sexuality, want to judge me by my race, want to judge me by everything that I do, but they won't judge me for the beauty that's within me. They won't judge me for each and every time I wake up in the morning just to go to class, even though I'm 50. They won't judge me for the fact that each and every time I walk down the street, even though everybody wants me, every man wants me, every woman wants me, I continue walking on because I got to be to work on time. They want to tell me each and every time that I've allowed myself to speak faith into myself. As much as the devil divine wants to try to take it away from me, I hold strong. Because it's nothing like when you got faith and hope in God all in the same bundle. It's like a newborn baby that always cries. Eventually, it'll grow. And when it grows into every last one of you. Thank you for your hope and your prayer.
Thank you, Peace Brown, for sharing those amazing words.